Obviously, not the way you guys wanted this one to end. What were you guys kind of seeing from their defense kind of going into the second, into the third quarter?
Yeah, I felt like offensive line, I felt like we battled all game. Made a few mistakes here and there, but we were kind of hitting them pretty good on the inside zone. Kind of try to. It's in this day and age with the iPads on the sideline, it gets hard to run multiple plays at the same time. Multiple times a game because they can just see. They see all the stuff that we're doing immediately after we run it. So, trying to mix up our looks and keep hammering them on the inside because I felt like, we were moving their D tackles fairly good. I feel like we had pretty positive gains in the run game. Just some crucial downs, whether it was in the pass game or letting up a sack or we had a coming out from our end zone by the band. We had a play call where just missed one block and would have been a big play for us. So just didn't really fall our way at the end of the day. But I'm pretty proud of how we played.
Did anything in part of the game plan, the offensive side of the ball, change in the second half? Because you're already controlling the clock so well in the first one. Was it continue to ground and pound, or did anything change at all in the second half?
Yeah, we definitely wanted to continue hitting them with the run game. We felt like that was our edge there. I feel like we ran the ball pretty good. It just when we needed it most, we weren't able to get the yards to get us into positive field position or get us in front of the chains, and then that hurts us in the long run. They got a couple good DNs, and yeah.
How are you guys able to handle that pass rush in Mike Green today? There were a couple of times they changed him on different sides. A couple of times he rushed up the A gap. How are y'all able to talk through those blitzes?
All looks that we've either had in the past or previous years that we know how to handle. I feel like our tackles did a pretty good job handling them today. There was the one sack we had towards the APC was 100% my fault. I had my eyes in the wrong gap. But I felt like overall we did a decent job. In the pass, we didn't throw the ball a ton. So, but I'm proud of how we played. I feel like we just couldn't make the plays when we needed to.
This is consecutive weeks now where you guys have jumped out to leads and you're just not able to kind of hold on and finish. How much does this one kind of sting, especially with it being the last one here at home?
I felt like we got, we had the early lead and we let them get momentum. We had the turnover that led to 6 points, which doesn't help anything, but, we battled back the whole time. We knew we were going to be in this game, till the end. We never thought that even from the start that we would be able to, I thought we were going to be in a dogfight the whole time. I didn't think we were going to get up 17-0. They have a good offense. They have a good defense. We knew they were going to adjust and make some plays, and they did. And then, for us to be able to come back and, make some plays and get us back into this game and end up going to double overtime. For my last game in Bridgeforth, that's just a heck of a way to go out. Just kind of crazy, honestly. Just 2 overtimes, similar to last year. They drew up that 2-point play great. We didn't execute great on ours, so credit to them. In terms of finishing out my last game here, obviously want to win, but it was, a great experience. It was a very exciting game, very fun to play.
To build off that a little bit, you mentioned earlier the iPads and some of the changes that changed the way adjustments are made throughout the game. I think 3 of the 4 losses, you guys did jump out to the 2-score lead early. Just how much does that actually change the way adjustments and everything are made throughout the game, and is that a detriment to you guys?
I think offensively, it gets tough. With their defense, we knew they ran like 4 things, but they did it really well. For us adjusting to them, they threw in maybe a look or 2 in there where we were able to adjust, and that helps us. But I feel like, just hearing it from our coaches, they get immediate feedback on what we're running, what the formation is, like how we're motioning these certain guys or whatever it is, and them being able to get that only helps them. And it's tough for our coaches to kind of game plan around that because you never know what they're seeing with the iPads or whatever. So.
Cool. You guys obviously ran the ball really well in the first half. Second half, there was moments too, but it seems like they kind of made adjustments. What kind of adjustments did you see from them defensively?
I would say they were just like stacking the box more, bringing the box more in the second half compared to what they were in the first half. They brought number 5 back in the second half, who didn't play the first half. He made a few plays himself. Overall, they just stacked the box more, I'd say.
To go off what Katie asked JT in the last question, what was going through your head after the missed field goal by Marshall to kind of stay locked in and kind of stay focused going into overtime?
It's just more hope that we have another chance to go out there and win the game. Like anything can happen. You just got to believe at the end of it. Like every play, no matter what it is, something could happen crazy, which was crazy that they got it blocked.
What did y'all think you did really well in the running game in this one? This is one of the better running performances of the year, and it was a different guy, Mallory, this time. What kind of different aspect does he bring to the running game?
Joby's a big running back he's going to pressure the defense. He's going to get 4 or 5 yards no matter what it is every single game or every play. He's a big guy, hard to bring down. For the offensive line, I'd say we were moving them really well. They were stand-up 3 tech or stand-up DNs or whatever they were. So the double teams helped for sure when it came to that.
Mike Green, I'm sure, was a guy to keep looks on all throughout week. I think he only got 1 sack on that stunt. What did you see in that one stunt play when he did get home?
He just he looped all the way to the A-gap, and we were heavy on the nose at first and then didn't pass it by quick enough. He just good move, fast player. That's why he'll be a draft pick one day.
Second week in a row, you guys kind of get out to that early lead and team fights back and gets back into it. Kind of what are the emotions when you kind of have that and have to go through it 2 weeks in a row?
2 weeks in a row of just like that kind of like atmosphere, that kind of game where you have to fight back no matter what it is. Like you have the lead and then you have to fight back. It's just like that's why you come here and play football at JMU, because you get to play in games like that. You get to have those tight games and you got to believe every single play, every game, and don't ever quit. Even if it's not at the end of the game, it's not what you wanted, but it's fun. It's all fun at the end.
From the first half to the second half, what were some of the adjustments that you think you might have seen Marshall, change from their second half of play to the first?
Really, they were taking their one-on-ones to the boundary. Dinking and dunking. I think we got, countered to the boundary. They played a good football game. I think we made some adjustments at halftime as well, but yeah.
What do you think was going well for you guys early in this one? I know it took until just over 2 minutes in the first half until they could even get a first down.
We were prepared all week for this. We knew what they wanted to do with, the QB run and all that stuff. We came out with a lot of energy and, we're playing our butts off. But, yeah, we just got to make sure we finish in the second half.
What was Coach Info kind of laying into you guys in terms of stopping their run game? They've been one of the most effective run teams in the group of 5 all season. What were some of the things that y'all needed to make sure you can do to hold their run in check?
Really the first thing is just be physical. Everyone has a job to do. Make sure you do your job. And, we were making sure that, the +1 runs that they have, they weren't going to get out on us. So we were having, making sure that, our post player was coming down and fitting the run. And I thought we did a pretty good job at it. It stinks. And we just got to be better.
Can you kind of walk us through those last 2 plays there in double overtime? Were those looks you guys had seen before? How difficult is that when you guys just kind of take us through that?
Yeah, we see a lot of looks in practice, and those are 2 things that we haven't seen. But at the end of the day, we just have to step up and make plays, and whatever they run, we have calls to counteract it. But yeah, 2 reverses that you just don't expect them, and things like that happen. And yeah, they should have been stopped, but it didn't, so it's okay.
Was there anything to kind of along the lines of that? Was there anything they did pre-snap on the second reverse that gave it away at all? Did y'all kind of notice it before they snapped it at all?
Yeah, really. Empty with the running back to the field, just making sure that we have a man on a man. And then, you could tell that the quarterback wasn't going to snap the ball. And then when he motioned out, just making sure that, we have a guy on a guy, and, he came from the boundary, just out-leveraged, and they scored.
What kind of goes into, I know at the end of regulation, they missed that last second kick to send it to overtime. What kind of is that roller coaster of emotions like from, barely hanging on at the end of regulation and then going into overtime and remaining focused there?
Yeah, we just we have to lock in. We hoped that we'd be on the field first, and that's what happened. And I thought we got a great stop and held them to 3 points. But yeah, just staying locked in. We always know that, we're going to play our hardest for 60 minutes or however long it takes for us to get off that field. But yeah, I thought we did a good job. Just wasn't enough in the end.